during this time, everyone wants you, now this is the time you need to bring that A home. It's A, there is no any other way about it.
400 and above.
You see? If not so, then, I mean, we see where to us, we are very brilliant. You know, each and every parent used to be number one in exams. I don't know about your parents.
My parents never like hata finished. Hawakukalia hiyo miti. So hizo kanileta hizo za ovyo ati. Mimi masomo yangu ilikuwa ni kama ya beti.
Anakwambianga nikapata time yenye uko nayo saa hii. Nikarudi nyuma. Naweza bomoa.
Madie na ku. Do you know we've had cases of, sorry to mention, but students or pupils who've had to take away their lives because they believe they did not academically achieve what they were targeting?
Oh yes, and a lot more. You know, it's only that we get to hear of like 1, 2, 3, but a lot of things get to happen.
Because I remember a fortnight ago we spoke about suicidal cases in the country, and we said most of them go unreported because of the stigma associated with suicide.
Sure.
So we might be having more cases of kids who take out their lives because they think that they failed themselves or failed those who look up to them, or those who...
Yeah, very, very much true, because at time, even people try to hide, like, you know, they just fell or something happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the reason why we see such is because they never live to the expectations, and in this case not their own expectations.
Yeah.
It's the parents' expectation or their guardian, you know, the caregiver's expectations.
Yeah.
Which is very bad, because you really need to have weighed options, get to know your kid. I mean, you will not wait until the last term for you to get to know that actually my kid is a D material, which we are not saying it's a bad thing. Of course we encourage them.
Like Drogba. That's why he's a DJ, because he was a D material. On a lighter note.
Yeah. So of course we do encourage them to perform, be the best version of themselves, you know, the best that they can be. But that doesn't mean that we need to really give them a lot of pressure, unnecessary pressure that may end up causing more trauma, you know, causing more good, I mean more harm than good.
Than good in their lives.
Yeah, yeah. We've actually seen scenarios where they live and perform so well under pressure, go through universities, and then they bring that certificate home and they tell you, now you see,
this is yours.
you actually need to become a doctor, you have it. To become a lawyer, you have it.
Let me now become a DJ.
Wacha nikuwe DJ sasa.
That is where my heart is.
Anakwambia huku kwangu utakuwa DJ.
Hiyo design.
Uhame kesho.
Trauma.
Unasonga kama
design.
Unatoka. You see?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of things that normally happen, and especially during this time. And that's why we are telling parents, this is the time for you to be there with your kid. Get to embrace them. Let them know that I'm here for you. You know, whichever grade. Exactly.
Not that I'm encouraging you to lazy around.
Yes.
And perform poorly.
Exactly.
But it will not change the fact that you're my daughter or my son just because you did not score what you were aiming at.
Yes, parents, it's time now to be support system for our kids. You can imagine the pressure at school, because even for our learning institutions, they all want to perform to be the best, because that means the more parents will bring their kids to the schools, you know. So you can imagine more pressure at home, pressure at school.
Yeah. Clearly,
this kid has nowhere to run to. Also, don't forget about even other classmates in class. So there is a lot. Right now, there is a lot that is going on. First, there is the anxiety, the fear. Also comes even something we call loss. I know most people would ask, how loss in any exam? But remember, these are people, these are students, they have their routine, they have their friends. And now, after this, in like a month's time, they'll all be going their own ways. So for some, they do not know how to live without their friends. So there is a lot of things happening. And this is not the right time. If you're not there for them, even last year, 2 years before, because when we talk about national examination, it's not, you know, a matter of like emergency, something has just occurred. You knew all through, since the time they got to Form 1, that a day will come
when they will be in Form 4.
Exactly.
And you know when they were joining a baby class.
Yes.
A time will come when there'll be class 8 candidates.
And grade 6 still.
So we ought to have started like instilling confidence and
Yes.
belief in them from that tender age.
Exactly.
So your message is that at least for once, parents should not put pressure on their candidates at this particular time and henceforth.
Yes.
And
This
we
is
should
not the
come
time.
up with a new way of ensuring that even as these pupils and students go through their final examinations, they know that they do have our support as their guardians and parents.
Yes, that they know you are there. And this is not going to give them identity. Like, I know your name, you are Austin, my son, with A or without, because I'm your mom and I believe in your capability and I'm here for you. We are in this together, you know.
Failure to do that, we will recap after the music break. What does that do to this child?
Beginning of childhood traumas.
And subsequently, how does that impact on you as a parent? This is a child that you had lots of hope on. Now they've not actually met your expectation, and now they're undergoing childhood traumas and stuff like that, and you still have to accommodate them as your children in your house. How does that equally affect you as the host, in this sense, a parent or a guardian? After the music break, keep it up.